Here's a song that came today as I was walking on my way down, down, down along the sea. My mind was full, my heart was heavy. There was little sign of hope, if any. I was blue, blue, blue as the ocean deep. Oh, but I kept walking on my way, high above the crashing waves, till a still, small voice sang to me, singing, lay it down, all the way down to the ground. Come and lay your worry down. Oh, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down. From your heart right here, right now. Cold, and lay your worry down. I have tried to hold it all, to keep the hurt behind these walls I built, solid and so rock hard. Now the hurt has grown too big to hold, and now these walls are cracked and rolled, falling, falling apart. Oh, so let the tears come flowing out, let them shower to the ground, falling, falling from my heart. Oh, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, all the way down to the ground. Come and lay your troubles down. Oh, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, from your heart right here, right now. Come and lay your troubles down. Oh, lay them down one by one, offer each one of them up, then turn and know as you walk away, we are not alone, help is on the way. So now I stand beside this reef, humbled by the pounding sea, ready to surrender in release. A simple altar I have made, down upon it I have laid a rain of pebbles for my grief. And as I turn and walk away, I hear the crashing of the wave that washes my soul out to sea. Oh, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, all the way down to the ground.
Good morning, Unity. Happy New Year. Are you feeling thankful? I am thankful that it's going to be above 20 degrees today. Let's all stand up. Let's get this church started. We're going to sing thank you for this day. The words are going to be right behind me. All right, I love the clapping. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. My friends, thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My health, thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My wealth, thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you for my wealth. Thank you for my wealth, Spirit. Thank you for my wealth. My opulent, my opulent, my opulent wealth. My opulent, my opulent, my opulent wealth. This day, thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Good morning, Unity.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Annette Gipp, and I'm here to welcome you to our Celebration Sunday service. And warmer temperatures are coming. Yay. Not yet, though. It doesn't feel too warm. Okay, before we get started, I think most of you know that it's time to turn the sound off of all of your devices, whatever they may be. You can leave on your social media and let everyone know where you are and share unity with your friends and a million people that you don't even remember who they are, but they're your friends. So, okay? So let us know. You never know. They may want to show up next week. Each Sunday we come together to celebrate our oneness with one another and with God. We welcome people of every culture, lifestyle, and creed. We honor the many paths to God, the many names for God, and the many ways in which to worship God. Whatever your path or wherever you are on it, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. We are grateful for the presence of God within each of us and the expression of love, joy, and truth in our lives. Today we join with people around the world in sharing Unity's daily word. Today's word is spiritual community. I am a creator of miracles, moment by moment, choice by choice. In his letter to the Ephesians, Paul shares a powerful vision of what a spiritual community can accomplish through the teaching and example of Jesus Christ. It is a vision of unity, Jew and Gentile alike finding fellowship in a spiritual understanding that transcends laws and rituals, the one that separated them. Paul emphasized that this will happen to and through us. Our way shower demonstrated the possibility and taught the essential principles. That vision of love and unity is still waiting to express fully. We must relinquish our resistance, turn our focus from mortal concerns to external truth, and allow Spirit within to do the work of creating the kingdom through us. Now to him who by the power at work within us is able to accomplish abundantly far more than all we can ask or imagine, to him be the glory. Ephesians 3:20 to 21. You may have serenity moments not only on Sunday. You can get the daily word in large print or regular print. We have them here for January, February. And every in the morning or whenever you meditate, this is a good start. It puts you on the right road. So I love it. So I encourage you to try it out if you haven't. So I think it's time for Reverend Heidi, and she will lead us in celebration and opening prayer.
Let's give Annette a hand. Yeah.
We are having a heat wave. I tell you. I don't want to take responsibility for it, but when I started to even think about returning to Chicago, it started getting warmer. So I had a really amazing trip, exploring the world and being in nature, and it was so restorative and just being with biological family, now spiritual family. It's great. So I was looking at this is a brand new year, of course. Some prayers for the beginning of the year. You might have heard this before. Dear Lord, so far I've done all right. I haven't gossiped, I haven't lost my temper, I haven't been greedy, grumpy, nasty, selfish, or overindulgent. I really feel glad about that. But in a few minutes, God, I'm going to get out of bed. And from then on, I'm going to need a lot of help. All right. So why don't we just breathe into this beautiful daily word? Let's just close our eyes for a minute. And let's really consider the idea of the kingdom of heaven happening through you. Spirit within does the work. And we are creating the kingdom through each and every one of us. So this is a new year. It is a blank slate. It's a new beginning. Let's feel the feeling of your whole year being ahead without one action yet. You are painting on a blank canvas of this week. So we come together in that spirit of openness and willingness, being curious about what the questions of your heart will be this year. So note the chair that you're sitting in has been selected for you. You are here by divine appointment. We have the perfect combination of people here today to allow insights to happen. Two or three are gathered, there's a greater sense of God, of oneness, of unity, of truth. So feel good reverent yourself to this great place today. Repeat after me. I am. God is. We are. And all is well. Just realize what a great community, right? We wish every community that that's why people would gather, right? To know and to wake up to who they are so we can all really make the world that's a better place for ourselves and for all of us, just by consciousness. So I'm going to light this candle. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Oh, great. Peter, I tell you, I walked through like, struck my head. Won't you be my I just recognize you truly are God's vessel. You are Christ consciousness in action. So we send that out to every soul to know the truth of who they are and to be set free. So we say we are the light of the world 3 times together with that energy. We are the light of the world. We are the light of the world. We are the light of the world. All right. So a couple of thank yous. Thank you all for showing up for the Christmas Eve service, the New Year's Eve services. I know they were fantastic. People got so much out of them. I had great feedback. Thank you, Jeff Berry, for being our master of ceremonies. The place didn't burn down. Good job. And I know Reverend James was here, and he had a great time. Thank you all for coming and being willing to release that and just not really serve you anymore. And now we've got this space to create what is next. And so this is a very important time. I hope everybody had their white stone and a pen. Might as well start with giving that to everybody. So if you don't have a pen or a white stone, just raise your hand and
Got one from last year.
we'll make sure our usherette will find you. Okay, excellent. All right. So who is it that we always celebrate birthdays the first day, the first Sunday of the month, and this is the first Sunday in January. So we're going to celebrate all you January birthdays. So if you're born in January, be willing to stand up. We have a rose for you, and we're going to sing yes. We're going to sing happy birthday to your loved ones and days. All right? All right, sit down. Here we go. Birthday, beautiful. It is a party, and we are going to have a cake downstairs afterward. And our big announcement, and please do remember this, that if you were not born in the month of January, which was a lot of you, please put a love offering in the cake basket. So, everybody doesn't want cake until it becomes their birthday month. Where's the cake? So be sure and put the love offering in there so we can keep having this cake ritual for all you birthday folks. So that's after each service of the cake, and let the people with the roses go first. I have to say this. All right, so we're just so excited. New Year's Day, Whitestone Day in Chicago, to have with us Suzanne Palmer, and just let this song be a blessing to you as far as consciousness that will lead you. So here's Suzanne Palmer. Let's give her a big hand.
You know there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance you can. It won't be a waste of time. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, AC, roll the windows down, let the sun shine in. Always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget to look behind. Help the other one next in line. Always stay humble and kind. Help the other one next in line. Always stay humble, humble and kind. Always, always stay humble and kind.
Let's just close our eyes for a moment and take in how that feels. Oh Lord, say please, say thank you. Always be humble and kind. What a wonderful way to start this white, clean, markless, unwritten path of a new year. Always staying humble and kind. Just hold that in your heart. And so it does. This is the year of wonder. This is the year of the big questions. Many people nowadays are feeling a little world weary. Can you relate to that? Yeah. And so this is the year of being able to ask the questions that will ignite the heart and the soul. It's perfectly set up for this ability to not get caught up in some kind of story and some kind of thing that you're against. And I think that that's why this time is what it is that we're able to ask those questions about the spirit that is in you. As the Daily Word said, this kingdom that you're creating by your life, just by being alive, just by being human. It's really an amazing thing. The wonder year. In the spirit of discovery, 2018 can be the year of the big questions. Questions about our highest purpose and our deepest truths. How we can find peace and do better and question everything. We can examine our lives, challenge our assumptions, awaken to everyday miracles, explore mysteries, and say to the person across the table, can you help me understand? A big year to ask those questions that move your life. Because what do we usually do this time of year? What do we make? Resolutions. What are a few of those resolutions? Lose weight. Very famous. Exercise more. Sort of the same. Yeah. All right.
Change some bad habits.
Change some bad habits, right? Okay. So there's a list that I saw a few years ago. See, this is kind of how it works, right? We cross out a few years, lose weight again, get fit next year. Let's see, give up alcohol, then cigarettes, and then something about do less. I can't even see what the drink less. Okay, yeah, okay. And then instead of stand up to my boss, now find a job, and try to be nicer to my was wife, and now we have ex, and sort out the junk in my shed. Well, how about just in my life? So. So we understand how this works. I was looking at various New Year's things, and there was a guy sitting on a scale, and the doctor is weighing him, and he says, your weight is just perfect. You just need to be 11 feet taller. So, see, the problem with resolutions is that we have now decided if we need to lose weight, something's wrong with our body, right? If we need to drink less, maybe you're drinking, it's the thing that we want to make the resolution about the thing, but the idea is that you're perfect in this moment, just the way you are. So you can see resolutions just set you up for a choice that is about something's wrong with me. So, there is an official resolution breaking day. That's, I think, January 21st or something. So where people just give up, right? And then you go back to your list and you go, okay. There were two guys, Peter, not this Peter, but there was a Peter that had decided to quit smoking. And he ran into his friend Kenny. And he said, Kenny, can I borrow a cigarette? And Kenny said, or can I have a cigarette? And Kenny said, wait, I thought you quit smoking. And he goes, well, Peter says, well, I'm in phase 1. And he looks at him with a puzzled look, and he goes, phase 1, I just quit buying cigarettes. All right, so resolutions, they don't work. So our opportunity this year is to be in this question, a question that will stimulate something new in you. It has been said, you can live 90 years or you can live 1 year 90 times. So the opportunity this year is to be willing to shift in what is already happening to you. There's nothing but change going on in life, right? Nothing. Nothing stays the same. The thing that is painful shifts, the thing that is joyful shifts. So we want to grasp onto the things we like, and we want to not have the things we don't like. But I can tell you, if you didn't have the things you don't like, you wouldn't grow. It doesn't work that way. So the opportunity is to have this year as a year where you come up with the right question. Because the idea is, what if a question could change your life? Because it will. What if this year, instead of being afraid of the unknown, we could embrace the adventure of discovery? What if instead of judging, we could think less about what we know and be more interested in what we could learn? Anybody ever make assumptions out there? We just are sure this is the way something is. And when we take the time to investigate it, maybe even speak directly to the person we might be confused about or study more about the situation, maybe it's an injury or some health challenge, that we understand that really we are lifelong learners. I love to say that. I am a lifelong learner. Can we say that together? I am a lifelong learner. And breathing, isn't there a lightness to that? See, because we're really big on answers. We're really big on solutions. We're really big on solving problems and figuring things out. And so this world of asking questions is kind of different. It's really different. And it takes you out of that sense of that head into that heart, into a space of curiosity. I went traveling. I was with 11 of my family members. An extra one got sober, so it was great. The whole dynamic changed. I don't think we spent as much money on what they usually spend money on, but we had a beautiful time just because of all of that sanity. But we were going to meet at the airport, and we had everybody's all worried, this transportation to get to this place where we're going to stay. And I just sent a text to everybody. I said, let it be easy. And I was worried about it too. I said, let it be easy. How can we just allow this to let, the universe of the planes and all of these things. It's always easy to turn it over to me when you get on a plane, because you're like, you know what? Here we go. So I'm in the restroom, I hear my niece go, Heidi! And we all ended up in the group of us in the women's restroom at the same time in, Puerto Vallarta. How does that happen, right? Because I just the minute I said let it be easy, something shifted in me to trust the forces that are. Right? Have you tried to be like the force of the universe, like personally? Right? Like you're trying to make it happen? I mean, I'm sure there's just not one of us here. But we do that. We do that just because we have not learned to trust. We haven't learned to trust that there's this grand force of synchronicity going on. And when I can let go and get into that, the sense of peace is amazing. So we're going to create questions today that are, how do I allow this to be easy? How can I be in the flow of this? These are some of the questions I just thought about. And these are just a few, but I'd love you all to consider questions like this. Where are my gifts best used?
Now, or it could be the question, what are gifts that I have? When and where am I the happiest? To me, that's such an important question. Where do I feel alive? You know, when I talk to people all the time about who am I, what am I doing, where do I go in life, I say something serious, like simple, like, what do you like to eat? You know, because it makes them realize, oh, I do have a choice here. I do know something about myself. And then when do you feel happy? Who are you with? Where are you? What's going on with you? So where do you feel the most alive? What do I most want to heal in me? What do I most want to heal in the world? And you'll find often it's the same thing. You know, I want to heal this, whatever it is, fear or judgment or worry. And then I realize the world, where I get attracted is fear and worry. And so what do I want to heal in the world? What do I want to heal in me? And what am I willing to release to feel more free? Where do I need to love more? And how can I be kinder to myself and others? You know, practice out on the street. Oh my gosh, driving is such a great example. You know, I'm just coming this morning, somebody pulls out. I'm like, okay, God bless you. You know, and just, you know, rather than, oh my God, they did that to me personally. They saw me coming. They waited till I got here and then they pulled out. You know, it's like, no, right? But this ability to just practice, how can I be kinder? God, I'm going to get out of bed. You know, how can I be kinder? And this is not about being perfect. It's the willingness to ask. It's the energy of questioning, of being open, of being curious. All right, Rilke has a wonderful quote. It's, here we go. It says, be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a very foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer. Yeah? I'd like you to make sure and write these answers down this week. We're certainly going to write something on our stone, but it's so important to look back, because you don't do this often, and see, I have mastered that, you know, most of the time. You know, I'm curious when I'm upset with someone to sit and maybe journal about it before I do anything. You know, I'm really interested when I am in pain to send love to areas of my body. I'm really curious about, before I get into a job or get out of a job, to really focus on what I bring to it or what it brought to me. And this ability to just stay, not in a resolution, but in curiosity, The thing about the truth that sets you free, it's like when we heard the song, you know, be humble and kind. There's something that it ignites there that you know that you know. All right, that's why we don't have to tell people you've got divinity in you. You are spirit in action, because you can feel it. We all were feeling it when Suzanne's singing. I didn't have to go around and say, hey, did you know you're humble and kind and you're humble and kind? There's that part of you that's like, oh my gosh, I could say thank you more. I could hold a door more. I could, love my family. Even if I don't want to spend time with them, I can love them. And always stay humble and kind. I don't want to cheat and lie and all of those things. And we don't want to do it because it breaks our own soul. It breaks our own heart. So we want to get into these questions. And it's really interesting how then you shift into a greater and more expansive sense of you. I have a wonderful biological family full of all kinds of interesting people. I think you all do. I don't know any family that's absolutely perfect. And some people can't spend time with their family and some people don't. And 2 years ago, I decided not to go on this trip because there was too much drinking going on. And I always say, as a friend of mine used to say, I'm too well to attend. It's a joke, but it works for me every time. And so this year, one of my sisters decided to not drink. I already told her about this, so she's okay with my talking about it. And the whole dynamic is why I decided to go. But the whole dynamic changed. We shared a room. We read our meditation books. We meditated. And I realized my mind was so against, my family will never get well. It's just the way it is. And for me to be able to hold that energy of sending them love and sending them healing, we put names on the board here, and thank you all for praying. And it worked. It works to keep your heart open and keep that curiosity going rather than deciding this is broken, it's always going to be broken, I'm just not going to do that. And I really had to let it, I had to receive the wellness of the family, rather than deciding. "Rrr." And I gave my nieces and nephews these socks that are called Notes to Self, because this lady was creative and creating, and she had her feet up on the dashboard. She was just learning about affirmations, and she thought, if I had affirmations on my toes, I'd look at them. And so she made these socks, I've talked about her in another Sunday, called Notes to Self socks, and it says, like, I am courageous on the toe, and then courageous on the bottom. So I took a picture, I gave, I know my nieces and nephews are all like, I wish you'd give me an Amazon card, I got socks. But anyway, so if you see, we got thank you, thankful and awesome, and star, and courageous, and I just love these kids. So there's 6 kids, and all these great words, and they're walking around putting their toes by each other, saying affirmations, and I'm sure the minute I leave, they go, whatever. But the idea, I'm kidding, but the idea is that the whole room changed, right? The energy of people really telling themselves the truth. And it's so much easier for them, because they haven't been alive all that long, to tell themselves all the garbage people tell themselves. So it was it was a beautiful, beautiful moment. Jesus, people were bringing their children to Jesus and wanting him to heal them. And the disciples were saying, get these kids out of here. This is serious stuff. This is adult healing. What are these kids doing around? And what did Jesus say? He says, they're bringing the children to Jesus for him to place his hands on them, but the disciples rebuked them. When Jesus saw this, he was indignant. He said to them, let the little children come to me and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. Now, do you think that by the time you get to an adult, no kingdom of heaven for you? No kingdom of heaven for you. But no, the interpretation is that it's that childlikeness, the year of wonder. How much wonder do you have in your life anymore? I got up and I was just watching birds in the morning where I was. But how much wonder do we have in our lives to go just out in nature or be curious if something's going on in a relationship you're in? Can you help me understand what's going on with you? I was having a conversation with my board president last night, and he had a point about something. I'm sure it was right. I was right. He was right. No, but we were talking, and finally I just said, "Oh yeah, let me refer to my talk." I said, "Can you help me understand why you're seeing the world the way you are for this thing?" And he told me it was so easy, right? But how often do we not even stop long enough to listen to what another person, or ask people what they're thinking and what's going on with them? And so the ability to not be in the sense of what I know, but what I can learn. This young man wrote this about his life in questioning. He became a lawyer, just saying, Mark Burns. Anyway, so as a kid, I loved to cross-examine my parents. Did you all have questions? Why we ate liver? That's a good question. Why we ate liver? Why my mom thought Ronald Reagan would make a great president? Why my dad thought he'd make a lousy one? I never ran out of questions, which is why my father told me I should go to law school. Now I teach law, and I still have a lot of questions. Being inquisitive is essential for a lawyer, but I believe it is crucial to success in just about every area of our life. The right questions help teachers spark curiosity, give leaders a way to find solutions, and make us all better friends, better parents, better partners, and I want to add better community leaders and better community builders. This ability to not feel like by asking a question somehow you're dumb or something. This ability to realize questions are so powerful. Instead of worrying about having the answers, we will make 2016 the year of the big questions. The year, what did I say? 2016. I feel younger already. Yes, so, yes, 2018, the year of the big questions. Like, the question for me is, what year is it? Yeah, but thank you. Thank you. And it's always, and humor is such a great place, right, to be in that sense of openness and curiosity. So the final thing that I want to share is Jesus was such a teacher of simplicity, right? You know, it's this idea of being humble and kind. It's so simple to feel where you're stuck in your heart. And we're going to do this in a moment, to start shifting that place of being stuck. And you can shift it with questions. So when people came up and said to Jesus, I'm really mad at these people, or I'm mad at this person, or why doesn't this person do it this way, and why doesn't that person do it this way? He had an interesting thing to say about loving your enemy, loving your person, living that challenge. He says, you've heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy, but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers, what are you doing more than others? All right, so it's a big deal, right? And the enemies, it may be a person that you're mad at, but it's really this idea of anything that feels like it tightens your heart. And love doesn't mean you have to move in with these people. Love doesn't mean that you have to become best friends with someone that maybe you see the world really differently. But to take time to send love, that is your job. That is your opportunity. And that is that question, that how can I love more? How can I allow this situation to be an opportunity, to be an adventure, another adventure in spirituality? But I'll tell you, anything that's going on in your life that feels, frustrating and controversial for you is your opportunity. It's happening to you so you can fan up that love energy. You can be more in the question. And the idea of how many folks, we just love to hang around with the world, the people that see the way the world we do, the way we see the world the way that we see the world. So this opportunity to really practice being in a place and having conversations or sending love out to perhaps political people or somebody in this community that you're not crazy about. All it takes is your ability to say, how can I love more? And then I love the Buddhist thing where at night you can go to bed saying, may you have peace, may you have joy, may you be well, right? Who does that really shift? It certainly blesses them, but who else does it shift? You, right? And you are shiftable, and that's good. I am a lifelong learner. Can we say it together again? I am a lifelong learner. All right, so what we're going to do today is, in this brand new year that is completely blank, is that we're going to start thinking about these questions. I'm going to do a little meditation, and I'd like you to put this stone in your hand. Does anyone, again, not have a white stone or a pen? Okay, great. So I'd like you, if you're willing, if not, you can just kind of be, this does not need to be done today. There is not a test. You can take this home, and maybe you have other colors you want to put on it, but just this is an idea to let Spirit move through you, all right? It's a very auspicious time, the beginning of a year, and you want to create it for not only your well-being, but the well-being of the world. So let us just hold your stone in your hand, and let's breathe into wonder, into curiosity. I'd invite you to see your mind and your heart completely clean with the clarity of white, of clear, like the stone. And I'd like you to consider just one circumstance where you'd like to love more. It could be a person, it could be some situation in the world, it could be your body. It could be something about yourself that somehow you've decided you're mad at yourself about something. And just keep breathing into the curiosity of, how can I love more? What are my gifts? Where do I feel the happiest? And with whom? Where do I feel the most alive? How can this be easy? How do I let go? Spirit doesn't work by being forced or being controlled. It is this flow of you. You wouldn't be breathing if you didn't have Spirit coursing through your veins. So I invite you, when you're ready, to write a word on your stone, or just keep holding your stone. Let Peter's music guide you into a question of more openness. It has been said that you ask and then you perceive something new. You receive, but you also perceive. So we'll just take a couple minutes with Peter's music to write and be. Sure. You can definitely have more than one word. You can have a statement. It is really just for you. You are the creator of your life, of your moment. And recognize you have been given that amazing gift of creatorship. So let it be lined up with you. This is not for anyone else or because of anyone else. It is your amazing and unwritten journey. So again, just stop for just a moment and put your white stone back in your hand. And again, if you've written on it, that's wonderful. If not, it will come to you. We just let go and let Spirit. So if you're comfortable, we're going to sing out of our time here by singing our thoughts or prayers through 2 times. And if it's easy to hold the hand of the person next to you, great. If not, you can just sit there. But we're going to sing together our thoughts or prayers, knowing how powerful it is to think and speak and be.
Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is always there. And every thought becomes a prayer.
Space of creating. We create a prayer in your heart. And so we take a moment in this space to say the names or situations for which you want to hold in prayer for yourself and for the situation. So just in this moment of silence, we'll have just the names of your loved ones spoken out into this beautiful space. If you'll open your eyes for a moment, we ask for prayers for folks that have called in and are on our list. We hold our beloved community in our hearts and prayers. We hold our staff, our board, our volunteers in this powerful prayer energy and bless each one of them. May our peace and oneness bless our brothers and sisters all around the world as we hold the high watch. Thank you, God, for prayers already answered, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. Wow, I'm very excited about all the new energy going out into the world, that is for sure. We do have prayer after the service, and we have beautiful folks that are trained in prayer and meet monthly, and so it's our prayer chaplains. And I don't know who's here for the service. I believe it was going to be Sue Ellen, but there will be someone. Tom's here. Fantastic. All right, so just right around the corner in the Fillmore room, if you'd like a wellness call, someone to call you once a month and just check in with you, there's lists upstairs and downstairs, and I just thank you so much to our chaplains. They do beautiful, beautiful work. So now we are going to bless and come from that place of abundance in our time together, giving from that sense of fullness and wellness. Maybe you wrote something like prosperity on your stone, and how it works is we stay in the flow. We stay in gratitude. Just knowing you all many, many years have been supporting Unity in Chicago. I want to thank the Abundant Life folks that is in our recurring giving program. And if you want to sign up for our recurring giving program, you get 10% off of all the activities here, because you just really bless us in that continuity. So we're going to sing Gratitude, or Gretchen is, and enjoy that. And you can do the hand signals if you choose. Be a child. Oh, sorry.
All right, here we go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude
love singing about gratitude. That is amazing. Okay. Wow. No New Year's necklace, or that's a kid. I know she's got the elementary kid, and your head is warm. That is a beautiful thing. So cute. All right, so let's just breathe into all this juiciness of new. We begin with this experience of setting a tone for the new year of generosity, of gratitude, of giving from that overflowing cup that is you. You always have everything you need and always have an abundance of it. So if you'll repeat after me, I am generosity in action. I give generously. I receive gratefully. And all is well. And let's just say our affirmations. So it's a little out of place, but it's still powerful, all right? So here we go. I am abundance in action. There is no lack in my life. I give from the fullness of what I receive. In faith, I know that giving creates a void that will be quickly and lovingly filled. I hold a vision of thriving for myself and for unity in Chicago, and so it is. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I also want to thank, I'd forgotten to do this, all the volunteers from Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So you all, let's give you a hand. I know Gloria and her gang was here, and so thank you all. Giving of your time is so, so valuable. All right, so as Annette will tell you a few things, but definitely look in your bulletin. There is an upcoming astrology seminar on Wednesday the 17th, so please look at that. Unity Basics class, Jeff Barry and I are going to be working with Unity Basics. Basically, we're asking questions like what is God? What is Christ consciousness? What are denials and affirmations? What is meditation? What is that? How do we not make that too serious? And prayer, just really practicing, and then how to live these principles in your life. If you've taken it before, that's fantastic. This is newcomers. This is people that have been here a long time. It's a great way to meet people that are wanting to be members. So I just invite you to come. It starts January the 18th. And it'll go through February the 15th at 5 Thursday nights. So it's not this week, but the next week. All right, so then Tammy has something to say. Tammy has been our wonderful gala coordinator person, and she gets shinier and shinier every year. So tell us about gala post events.
Thanks. I thought you were going to forget me there for a minute.
No.
I was lurking.
Hi,
good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy New Year. Holy cow, it's 2018. Woo! I hope you all wrote something really fabulous on your white stones. And I have 2 gala bonus events that are happening this month that we still have tickets for. So if part of your New Year's resolution is a little bit of a makeover, then we have a Get Your Glam On makeup party happening at Blue Mercury. They take great care of us every year. We've done this event for the past couple years in a row. It is at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, January 17th. The tickets are $50 a person, and you can come downstairs and sign up for that with me. We still have 15 seats available, so grab a friend and come play with the makeup. That's always a good time. I'm getting into that a little more this year myself, so not today though, so. Sorry. Sunday happens way too early for makeup. I'm lucky I have pants on right now. Or maybe you're lucky I have pants on right now. It could go either way. The second event that I have going is, oddly enough, Ben Hollis's What's It Like to Be You? So maybe I should go do a little routine there. That is happening on Sunday, January 21st, and those tickets are $25 a person. And I have sign-ups for those downstairs as well, so come on down and see me. We can at least say Happy New Year and give each other our first New Year's hug, and then we'll go from there.
Off campus, where is this?
Yeah, so we have a space for that in Evanston, and I have more details for that downstairs, but that is not happening here. It is happening at a different venue, so. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, beautiful. Thank you, Tammy. All right. I'm going to the Get Your Glam On. It is so much fun. Michelle's been. It is so much fun. So there you go. So Annette, we're not, oh yes, Annette's next. Come on up, Annette. I see Gloria standing there looking. Yes, all right. Yay, Annette. Yay, everybody.
To those of you who are joining us for the first time, we're so glad you're here, and we'd love to get to know you better. So if you are here for the first time, would you raise your hand? We have a small gift for you. We do have, there you go. Welcome. The people who are passing out your gifts, your flowers, are members of the welcome team, and they're very happy to meet with you, talk to you in the gallery. We call it the gallery. Soon it will have it'll have art in it again. But anyway, over there after the service, and if you're here, if you have any questions, that's what the welcome team is here for, and they're here every week to greet you and to talk to you after the service. And if your first, second, or third visit, anybody have any questions, go in there and talk to them. And for those of you that are here for the first time, you will have in your packet, you're going to have a little form so we can get to know you better and maybe communicate with you and let you know what's coming up or whatever. So please know that we welcome you. Today's flowers are generously donated by, generously donated by Reverend Heidi. These flowers are dedicated to the courageous souls of unity in Chicago that are willing to create a new world. The state of the world changes not only by your words, but by your actions. Thanks for staying engaged, curious, and committed to where your souls are leading you and who you are coming to be. The best is yet to be, and it has been inside you all the time. If you'd like to donate flowers for your special occasion, January 2018 dates are available. Please stop by the information desk or email tammy@unitychicago.org to reserve your dates for your special days that you want to recall. And I have a couple reminders for you. I don't think I see the pet ministry today, but they're usually here every week with animals, and they have many of them, cats, dogs, lovingly cared for by Carol Stiegel, who's just an angel, and they're available for fostering or adoption. And so when she's here, please see her if you want a furry baby for your year. There's something going on this week that nobody knows about. Maybe you forgot. Some of you will immediately know what this is. January 9th, Jupiter finally is aligning with Mars. It's the age of Aquarius. So we can all wear tie-dye Tuesday. We have so many amazing events happening, and we can't possibly announce them all. We don't want to announce them all. You would be here too long. So go to our website, unitychicago.org. There's always something there to sign up. If we don't have your email address or you've changed it lately, sign up downstairs to get our e-blast. You get 2 a week, and things pop up in the middle of the week, and you can see what's going on. Take this home and, put it on your refrigerator or whatever. And we are going to welcome back Suzanne Palmer.
Flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you can get up and feel good if you want to feel good. You can get up and you can sit down and feel good.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Rise or having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, you know what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a whole world for me. For me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. And pines, you know how I feel. Freedom is mine, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Stars when you shine, you're a shining star, you're a shining star, you're free. You're free and free and free and free. Dragonflies and butterflies, bluebirds in your eyes. Feel free and feel free and feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day for me. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I'm feeling good.
Woo is right. Oh my gosh. New. Oh, there's John. I talked to them about how I was in my question last night and said, help me understand how you see this. It was a beautiful conversation. So anyway, yeah. So I hope we're all feeling open and free and ready to create a new life. And so I have an announcement. And I about 6 months ago, I started to ask the question, where can my skills be best used? And we have been going through a big transition here. I feel like I came in when I started this wonderful adventure with you all. It was March 2014. I was blessed to be here at the time that Illinois decided to have marriage equality legal. And we had this beautiful ceremony called Married in Unity, 40 couples. And thank you all for showing up for that. That was extraordinary. And now I feel like we're on another high place of people really choosing to have a new spiritual home. And I'm very inspired to see how you all are getting together in this midst of change, because change is always the thing that makes people, just deal with everything that's coming up. So I have become very clear that my skills are not to be used in this next period of time to be doing what's next at Unity in Chicago. I am very clear and happy about that, because clarity really is power. So I want to tell you all that I have really loved the 4 years that I've been here. I am resigning, and my last Sunday will be January 28th, so I'll be here a whole month. If you want to talk with me about my journey or anything on a personal level, you can email me. My email should be popping up. Or anyways, Rev Heidi Alfrey at Gmail. And so I hope you'll stay here for certainly with me this month and come party on the 28th. And I really want to tell you that this opportunity to be here and grow, I've learned so much from you all, and I hope you've learned a little bit from me. And this ability to be in community together is an extraordinary experience. And to show up at a Unity Church at this time in the political world is such a great time to really find peace within yourself. So it's a little weird of an announcement. It's not like we go, yay, hooray, ooh. But I am here, I'm downstairs. Yeah, I love y'all too. So why don't we just take a moment like we do here, and let's just have a little prayer, and we just breathe into newness. I love Peter's music, I gotta tell you. We breathe into newness. We breathe into that space of making choices. Choices that are sometimes difficult and sometimes easy, but our job is to stay connected to our soul. So we let our soul guide us, we let Spirit guide us, and in that way we can never, ever make a mistake. Every single moment of these 4 years for me has been incredibly divine, and we both have great, great New Year's ahead. Unity in Chicago, and certainly my life. So let's just let our hearts be in a great place with whatever you're feeling. Just let it be. Many times, many opportunities to talk, but mostly a lot of time to heal and have fun. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for this Christ consciousness that lives in and through around us, and know that we are always divine and always in the perfect place at the perfect time. And so it is. Amen. And I'm leaving you in amazing hands of a tremendous board of trustees. And here is our beautiful John Scothorn, who's our board president, who I love dearly. And let me give you a hug. Yay. Oh, yes. So we can give everybody a hand. Give the board a hand.
Thank you, Reverend Heidi.
So you can come up here.
As Reverend Heidi said, I'm John Scothorn. I am president of your board of trustees. So with Reverend Heidi's announcement, just wanted to announce to the congregation that the Board of Trustees is in the process of reaching out to Unity Worldwide to begin talking about our next spiritual leader here at Unity in Chicago. Your board is very engaged in this, and we will have more information forthcoming. But please rest comfortable that the board is actively working on this. Thank you.
Oh, mwah. So we're going to stand up and we're going to weave ourselves out of here. And I'll be downstairs. I'll say hi and then I'll come down for cake. All righty.